In order to prepare your EPOCH air rifle to be filled, we're going to want to take 2 steps to begin. First, we want to make sure that the bleeder valve on the little right-hand side of the rifle is closed. So we go ahead and turn that until it is closed and snug. And then we want to make sure that our on-off that's on our tank valve is in the open position so that air can flow into it. Now this tank is completely empty, so that knob is very easy to turn. It will be harder to turn when under full pressure, and we'll demonstrate the proper technique for that after we've filled the tank. In order to begin filling, we're going to attach the whip from our fill station. In this case, it is a collar-based system, so we're going to go ahead and pull that collar back and slide it over our fill nipple, locking into place. Go ahead and give a tug, make sure it is nice and secure. Now on the left-hand side of the air rifle, parallel to the tank, you will see the tank's capacity gauge, and as we initiate fill, you will see that climb. Once filled, we can then go ahead and disconnect that fill whip. And we have a fully pressurized air rifle. In order to store your SKOUT EPOCH air rifle with air in the tank and not pressurized in the rifle, we're going to want to depressurize the rifle and close the tank. So to begin with, we're going to get and turn the knob into the off position. This will be slightly heavier because it is now under full pressure. Next, we're going to open our bleed valve and allow it to fully bleed down. Now in this particular case, because the way our regulators are designed, there is still sufficient air in the rifle for a very, very low pressure shot. We would recommend obviously pointing the rifle in a safe direction and discharging that air. With the vent open, it actually will be fairly quiet, but it is required to fully degas the rifle. In order to repressurize your SKOUT EPOCH, you'll want to first make sure that your vent is closed, and then we're going to go ahead and open our tank supply. Now you can do this with your fingers by turning it, or we do provide 2 methods of leverage. First is the tool that ships with your EPOCH air rifle kit, which will actually go over this knob and give you additional leverage, or you can use a standard Allen key. There are 4 perforated holes that would allow you to add leverage to the knob. Now the reason you may want leverage is because there is 4,000 PSI in this tank, and getting the knob to turn from stop can be challenging for some users. The important thing to remember is, regardless of how you turn the knob, that you do so at a relatively slow pace. What you want to allow to happen is for air to equalize between the bottle and the rifle as you're turning the knob, rather than force it and potentially damage the on-off's O-ring. So to do that, you just simply turn towards the on position, and you'll start to hear a small pressure equalization. Once you hear that equalization, you're going to let that go for just a half a second, and then you can finish turning the knob. As you can see, it can be done very relatively easily with your hands or with the knob itself.